Spaceboy, Part 3 of the book, Loving the Aliens. Chapter 25, Dogkind. Gulp. Ruth was sure she heard Spaceboy gulp under his helmet. The alien was nervous. That made her nervous too. Spaceboy, us meeting for the very first time is not only going to win me another medal, announced Major Majors, pointing to his clinking, clanking, clunking chest. It is going to go down as the greatest moment in the history of mankind. There was wild applause from his crack military team. When it stopped, Ruth piped up, "Don't forget Dogkind." "What did you just say, miss?" demanded the Major, his piercing blue eyes swivelling to her. "Dogkind." "Dogkind?" he spluttered. "Yes, Dogkind." "What do you mean by Dogkind?" "Dogs. My dog here found the alien first," she replied. Yuri nodded his head and barked. "Woof!" The Major turned to the alien. "Is this true, Spaceboy?" "Yes, it is. The dog leaped up onto my flying saucer. At first, I thought I had landed on a dog planet. This made Ruth laugh. "Ha ha ha!" "A dog planet?" sneered the Major. "A planet where dogs are in charge." "Dogs in charge of a planet?" mocked the Major. "I have a cat, Marilyn. She is my mother's cat, really, but mother lets Marilyn sleep in my bed at night when I get lonely. Clever little creature is Marilyn. I could imagine a cat planet where cats are in charge, but never a dog planet." "Grrr!" Yuri growled at the man, baring his fangs. Major Majors tried again. "This is the greatest moment in the history of mankind and Dogkind." Now Yuri barked his approval. "Woof!" The man's expression softened, and he tentatively reached out a hand to stroke Yuri. "What is your dog's name?" he asked. "Ask him," replied Ruth with a grin. Without thinking, Major Majors turned to the dog. "What's your name, doggy?" This provoked a roar of laughter from Ruth and Spaceboy. "Ha ha ha ha!" Major Majors realized he'd been had. His face glowed puce. "His name is Yuri," said Ruth. "Yuri? That sounds like a Rusky name," barked the Major. Yuri growled. "The Major means Russian, I think." "If you mean Russian, then yes," said Ruth. "But that term is offensive, even for a dog. He is named after the cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin. He is my hero." A collective gasp echoed round the top-secret base. This was shocking news. "Russians are the enemies of Americans, not their heroes. It's the law." Major Majors leaned over Ruth menacingly. "Not a Russian yourself, are you?" "No," she replied calmly. "Well, then why did you name your dog after a Russian? It's un-American." "Because I love space, that's all. And Yuri Gagarin was the first man in space. He just happened to be from Russia. But who cares what country he came from? It could have been a woman." "A woman?" spluttered the Major. "In space?" "Why ever not?" demanded Ruth. This question clearly foxed the Major. "Well, For once he seemed lost for words. "Go on," prompted Ruth, handing him the spade for him to dig himself a hole. "Well, a woman in space just wouldn't work. A woman would attract meteors. A woman would accidentally reverse into a black hole. Women are not good at reversing. That is a fact. And, "Yes," said Ruth, waiting for him to dig himself deeper. Even the Major's own men were staring down at the floor in embarrassment. "And, they would eat all the chocolate rations in one go. It is well known that women have zero self-control when it comes to chocolate." "What a load of baloney," announced Ruth, "with a capital B. Women can do anything a man can do, and they can do it better." There followed an awkward silence, interrupted only by Spaceboy clapping. Clap, clap, clap. "Have you quite finished?" asked the Major. "No," replied Spaceboy, and he clapped some more. Clap, clap, clap. Even Yuri put his paws together and clapped. Clap, clap, clap. Eventually, they both stopped. "Thank you," puffed the Major. "Now, Spaceboy, as we have long planned for an alien visitor, we need to whisk you off to our Welcome to Planet Earth room." And that takes us on to chapter 26, which is called Frenzy, which we'll read next.